Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm joined by one of our most requested guests, Gravesh. How are you doing,
Hey,
Gravesh?
I'm doing just fine because this deck exists.
That's great. So, a lot of people playing Lockdown Ladder right now. Most of them are playing either Colgrim or Ball, but this deck doesn't have Colgrim or Ball, so what is this?
Well, this is the newest pile coming from the depth of the ladder. Well, the core idea is just playing double Maddock basically. With the last patch, we had some more bombs buffed, most notably Dimeridian Bomb and to an extent Red Haze. And with having so good 4 provision bombs that actually play for solid removal, Maddox is an even more interesting option in general for like most decks in the game. But Nilfgaard especially has the Lethal Kingslayer copy the Maddox, and if you get this combo off, all of your bombs play for a base value of 10 points if you can get value from the row effect that the Maddox spawns, and that's
Hmm.
pretty insane. That is pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You can like combine this Kingslayer with the Maddox, then all your bombs are just basically gold cards. And they kind of stay non-interactive as well because the
Yes.
opponent can damage them, but you can just like activate them and then come back. So I played this deck a few games myself, and what quite often happened was that like in round three, for instance, I just stayed almost like non-interactive in the first few turns. Just played my bombs and then finished off with a lot of Viper which are Mentos. So that usually won the game.
Yes. That is what the stack does. Yeah, it also benefited a lot of the accidental buff of Viper with Chamento as Adrenaline 3 now, which makes it like a lot easier to contest rounds because they come online sooner. And it's a pretty huge buff actually, this one Adrenaline.
Yes, definitely. So one thing that people might be wondering is that why is there no Colgrim in this deck? We are running cards like Coded Weapons, we are running Viper Witchers, we are running Cynthia. Why not also throw in a Colgrim?
So Colgrim was something we tried in the deck. It's not terrible, but the problem is it's inconsistent. This deck is not as focused on like full-on clogging and hyper thing like the lockdown, the Sirinova lockdown or the tactic decks that are focused around Colgrim. You could consider him because sometimes he pops off if you draw all of your clogging cards, but in general, he's just not going to be performing that well. So therefore, we're playing cards like a Heatwave, which is like super good in the meta, answers basically everything, scenarios, tall units, whatever. And we just play some other cards to make our own one better, like Knickers, which in this deck, like this is a deck that can make super good use of a card like Knickers because you actually want to be playing all of your low provision cards. So like adding power to your round one and thinning to the deck just makes a ton of sense if you actually want to be playing lower provision cards.
Yeah, that's a good point. And one thing that I really noticed about the Nova deck that has been very popular with Colgrim is that you really like that toll removal that you get in Heatwave
Yes,
here. So since you're already running cards like Maddox and Kingslayer, well, you might as well also run one of the best neutral cards in the game, the Heatwave.
exactly.
And then there's one interesting combo we should maybe just briefly touch upon before we go into some games, and that is
Hmm.
the Rarid plus Viper Witch Alchemist. Why are we running
Yeah,
this? How does it work?
that is the combo that will net you the most rage probably since Vi. Um, it's a pretty abusive combo. Honestly, I think it shouldn't exist in the game, but it does. You play the Warrid, preferably in round one on the front row. He's good already in that he gives you a proactive play, and he's a Witcher that can activate your Berengar, because this deck can struggle with productivity, especially on blue coin. Um, but now he puts the highest cost card of your opponent's deck on top. Maybe it's a Masquerade Ball, it's an Oniromancy, whatever it is. Next turn, you follow up with the Alchemist, give them one of your garbage bombs, and you get the card for yourself. Now, you
Right.
can't really activate like scenarios with deck, but it doesn't matter because stealing a card that high value is just always gonna.
Yeah, so one thing I was actually wondering about is that like sometimes you will do this combo and you find an Iron Mancy on top and you're kind of like, but if I take that on Iron Mancy, my Mentos won't play for 13 points anymore.
That is true. The good thing also, and that's why mentors can't ever rotation, and with that you can always play it in a way that you can shuffle back into your opponent's deck and still play 10, 11 point mentors
Yeah,
without too much of a problem.
true. And one thing to note
Yeah,
as well is that like sometimes you won't find both your alchemist and your Varret, but you can consider using the location to follow up. So you have like a secondary option if you find something with Varret that's very powerful to skill up.
exactly. You
Obviously,
can also like consider Artorius because it's a guaranteed alchemist. If you
yeah,
really want that card, usually you really want the mentor of the Artorius or the tour, but if it's worth it, then go for it.
yeah. Obviously, it's you're sacrificing a mentor, right? So it's like at the cost of a potential 10 plus card.
Yeah,
But sometimes denying a win condition like ball is just worth it.
yeah.
All right, shall we jump into a few games?
Let's go.
All right. Okay. So
Earthsun Ritual.
probably Warriors. Almost no one is playing Lippy right now.
You say that, and I queued 3 Lippies today, I think.
Really?
And no Warriors.
Oh, that's
But
interesting.
I think I was just being a bit unlucky.
Is it unlucky to
So
queue Lippy? Oh, anyway. Should we
when
get
you
rid of...
play Kelly, maybe yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we mulligan that time. This hand is
It's
pretty
pretty okay, right? We have the
shit.
combo and...
It's a really good hand. I don't think we mulligan. We just risk bricking the knickers.
Yeah,
Everything we want, really.
I
We
like
can
that
go
as well.
Gwen into a mentor at some point.
Yeah.
We wanna have reach. This is good.
Also Roderick into a potential location or
Yeah.
Vigo, right? So...
And we got the Warhead combo in hand. Like, if this is Ursine, spot, I think.
Yeah, so what are we actually better against? Would we rather see this being Lippy or Warriors?
Much rather Ursine, because Heatwave. I mean, that's the main weakness of the deck, right? If this Maddock gets Heatwave, you still have win conditions with the Cloggers, with the Warhead, and with the Mentors. Like, you can definitely... This deck is incredibly much weaker if the Maddock gets Heatwaved or, like...
Squirreled or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. And with Squirrel, it's mostly fine because you get the Letho down, and if you get the Letho down, it's okay, but if not, then it can be a bit rough. But this is Warriors, so this is really good
Yeah.
for us.
Do we just take the heat wave here right away?
So
They don't
this
really...
hand looks like it plays out pretty nicely, so I think it's a good heat wave, honestly.
Yeah, because later on, like the tallest unit table plays like a 7-point Turk League or something like that.
Yeah. Like, I think if this hand would be more awkward and we couldn't like play out the full hand or like 8 to 9 cards, then maybe we consider keeping it. But this one's just really good.
I could see, but isn't it just like kind of worse than every other card in our hand, like in our deck, basically? When you think
I
about
mean,
it.
it depends a bit on if you have access to like coated weapons, because like sometimes you can't out of round 1, and if they get along round 3, the Herald lives and everything, that can be a lot of points.
Yeah, that's true. So is this just where we start playing the bombs, or would you rather do something else here?
So like either like I think this is where we either play a bomb or play Warred.
It feels kind of nice to play this before it gets a chance to pass.
That's true, although we do have decent tempo, so I think if we bomb in less of Warred, we should be fine.
Okay.
I mean, you could pass on even, and then you would get the card in his hand, but at that point, we're favorite, I think.
Okay, so just go for D-bomb here.
Yeah, I think we just take the D-bomb. It's really sad that we don't have the
Banish one. Yeah.
The Banish one, yeah. That's like one other upside of this deck is that not only are Dimeridium Bomb and Red Hate actually good, the Purify and the Banish Bomb are both super good in this meta. You can purify like Helga, you can purify the Viper Witcher Adept.
Yeah.
You can Deathblow some Skellige cards, you can Deathblow like a Ceres or Roach or so in Lippy. Like, they have a lot of applications. You can Deathblow Maddock. Like, this is actually hilarious. I had a couple of matchups against Maddock ST. So they play their Maddock, I play mine, they banish mine, I copy theirs with my Letho, then banish theirs, they heatwave mine, and then randomness happens. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So he obviously want to try to stint his theories here.
Yeah.
We should probably not allow him to do that, right?
Yeah, this is a really good deny.
I guess like it gives him another shot for next round. And I just have to keep killing that over and over again.
I think it should be fine, right? Like,
yeah, at least we don't want to give him the early thin, right? That's just annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not giving him the thinning this round already means like harder mulligans, and we have like a bit of cloggers in our hands.
Yeah.
He just pulls it again from the deck. That's like very cheap.
It doesn't work though, right?
It's as a Witcher.
Yeah.
Never mind. And he
But
doesn't know.
now just
He doesn't
activate.
know. No, you copy first.
Do we copy first before? Like he can activate now if you don't activate and kill this.
Yeah, but you lose points.
But he
in
can
the
activate his Ceres, right?
Are you afraid of that? Like,
But wouldn't we rather just deny this? Like this is
I
the
mean, the
last
thing
two.
is, if he has another hunter or
But he just went body eagle into it, right?
raider, I mean, fine, sure. No, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay. I mean, like I see what you're saying. We're losing points by not doing this first, right?
I'm just a bit worried that because at this point we're probably not gonna get to play the Warrant. I mean, the Snickers is super nice. I'm just worried that we're a bit slow because I feel like if we get the Warrant combo, and the
Mm-hmm.
Lasso carryover, I feel like we're winning.
Yeah,
most of the
I
time.
get what you're saying. Kingslayer now.
So what would he play to activate this next turn? Is there anything except for a hunter that he could have
It's Hunter
to
Raider,
activate
right?
this series? But Raider is like 2 turns, so I'm just
Yeah.
wondering about his tempo.
Uh-huh.
We
Mm,
should probably just play the left though, I think.
yeah.
Might not have enough tempo for the Warrior combo, but that's fine. You can also just at some point play the Warrior back row, because in a way, playing Warrior back row is like clogging a
Yeah,
card, because it puts garbage on top.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, so I think he's just playing front row to so if we ever trigger this, but we're out of bombs, so we don't care.
It's such a shame that we played all the bombs.
I mean, he's really hoping that he will just click them, right?
Yeah.
Don't we prioritize the route before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Cynthia?
for sure, for sure.
And we have to go melee, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Like here we definitely go for it. It doesn't matter if you like with this carryover, because like that's so nice about the stack. If you get this combo off, you just go into round 2, you play one bomb, it plays for 12 points. It's just 12 points.
Yeah.
And your opponent just can't do anything about it.
We always just take this, yeah.
Yeah. Just take the Alchemist, then we can take it with Cynthia if he wants to pass, so that's pretty chill.
Do we give him a D-bomb or do we give him a coded weapons?
So we have 2 Banish Bombs, a Moondust, and a Red Hazel.
Should have enough bombs then?
It's just that we really want one in round 2.
Yeah.
We really want one in round 2. So I think we're better off giving him the coated weapon.
Okay, I can see that.
Because like on average, if you get at least one Warrior trigger, then one Haddock trigger, the bomb is worth more anyway, outside of like direct removal.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason to keep the coated is to be better against Herald, but just yoinked that, so...
Yeah, and just a little bit more clocking value, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we just go for Cynthia here? We have Reach with Berengar. Or do we really just pass?
Also... So he played the Ceres, he played the Turkey, he got the Herald.
Herald's Yodel.
So there's Morkvarg, maybe Totem. So we expect our mentor to play for 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't get ahead, so I think we just play Cynthia.
Yeah. Giving him more juicy top decks.
Yeah.
Actually, there's no more Herald, right? So it's only yeah, there's actually not that much juice left for him, right? It's already played a lot of it.
Played a lot. I mean, he still has a Morkvarg, which is gonna trade really nicely into us.
So if we go Roderick here, if we find Berengar, it plays for 7 points, which would...
That's not enough.
No, that's a tie. That actually sucks, right? Because this is not enough. So we have two cards that are enough.
It's actually really sad because Quen into a Viper Witcher is also only a 7.
Quinn should be enough, right? Oh, you mean you mean into right? Oh,
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we should take a mentor over Berengar.
Like we will have Adrenaline 3 like first turn, next turn anyway, right? Next round, so we can just open with mentors and complete.
Yeah.
So don't we just go Berengar?
It's just go Berengar. It's just like keeping the Berengar can be really nice. Proactive points that can't get more cards. If you get like a Heron Kadooch into round 3, you could go Heron Kadooch for like the engine, and then for Berengar, and then his Morkvarg's kind of useless. Like maybe you could play around that, but the Berengar can also be a bit sketchy sometimes. I have had this card die because I didn't have enough Witchers.
Yeah, that's sad. So we don't have anything that like Harold would do here, right? It's just
Yeah, this deck just it steals the cards
yeah.
for pissing your opponent off, not not to do anything.
We just mull it, right?
Yeah.
Red haze as well.
Yeah, this card has no business here.
Okay, that's
That's
nice.
a really good card.
And now we actually have guaranteed location as well.
Yep.
Do we have
This is
a
really good.
stat with that?
I mean, he has the Ceres in the grave, but we don't necessarily want to put the Ceres on top of his deck this round anyway.
But we could save the ability, right? So we just take a mentor
Mhm.
from it, and then we can consider maybe passing after we play the D-bomb, and the next round we shuffle something back and play big mentors.
I don't hate it, honestly. I was like, I think I would have. Yeah, go for the play. Like, I think.
Okay.
I would have probably just played the Mentor from hand because it has more tempo and
Yeah.
like it can be a bit more annoying for him, but I don't hate this play. So he drew everything.
So this is Gadoosh, right? No, wait, he has Gadoosh there.
Unfortunate.
Wait, so what's blue? No.
Wait.
What do you actually play at 8?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
That's weird. Do we go D-bomb here? Because we know he has a totem in hand, probably, if he's running it. He has...
Yeah.
Mortark
in hand.
Wait, Scarlet 8, right? Scarlet 8.
Ah, it's Scarlet, okay.
Yeah,
So
we should probably know that. We will clip that out.
So his hand is Morkvark Totem and then some garbage probably.
Blood Eagle as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Blood Eagle's in there.
Garbage card.
Just Evo, just Evo. I don't know. It's been a halfway long day and not. That's why I'm just here for the video, right? Like I play myself to throw all the games, but now I can do some backseating.
That's great. That's great.
But this is still okay, right? We can take the Mentos and use the Kadooch to put the location to put something on top of his deck, and then it's kind of good to go.
Yeah, like I'm just one.
Do 9.
So 9. So Squirtle is 8. Totem is 8. Blood Eagle into what is more than 8?
Berserker. If you
Yeah,
it,
but they are usually not run right now.
He ran front row shit. Like, he don't run.
Do we just pass on this?
Like playing the Mentor just makes no sense, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a pass. Like maybe you can do it somehow, with a card, but then he at least has to invest something good.
Goes for the Blood Eagle.
Is he gonna actually be a Berserker friend?
Oh, Herkia.
That does it. That's so annoying.
So Herkia, that means no totem, right? If you're running Kadoosh and Herkia, then there shouldn't be a totem in the deck, I don't think.
Maybe cut Mork?
Nah, he's running more. Probably. I mean, otherwise it should just be over, right?
Yeah.
So we just want bombs, really, right?
We want definitely another bomb, yes.
Kick the Viper with you.
Yep.
So not quite the bomb we were looking for, right? With no Herald, it could be a little bit tricky to get value from.
I mean, I think like this mulligan, the Herald, Viper Witcher are like really bad.
Yes. What would you recommend?
I mean, we can sequence bomb into Mentos, right? And I think we keep.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see some Red Haze gameplay as well.
The card oftentimes just plays for baseline value, right?
Yeah.
At least that's my experience. Like a 4 is pretty easy to get from it. I mean, you can also, if you don't run Red Haze, you can consider running Salem or Dancing Star. They're not that great in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. This is kind of a cheese card as well. Like a lot of people don't play around, and then like sometimes you just kill like a Saul or something like that. Northern Wind.
And just drop the bombs.
Nice.
That's very nice. Maddock is such a stupid card, but I like the card.
Yeah, I mean, I think Maddock, like compared to all the other cards we have here, like I feel like it's not the worst one.
Yeah.
So
this is actually
we can't.
annoying.
Yeah, it actually is. But he only got one of them left in the deck. Um, because Ceres is playing. I'm just wondering, like, he played both Blood Eagles, right?
He did.
So there's no way he
I
can tutor his
think,
Ceres again. So we could just shuffle it back
yeah,
here.
I think we're safe to do that. I was just wondering, yeah, how we play this out. I mean, we could consider just activating here, right?
Activating both of them and then just play a Mentor.
Because like there's a chance that it just snipes the damage card, right?
Okay.
And I think we're activating this anyway because like the extra value from Red Haze is just worth it. So I think this does make some sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
Maybe high roll.
Yeah, nice.
That's really nice.
Good shout.
So he has a Morgvarg that's gonna trade up by 5 on this.
Yeah. I think we should be fine. Like, I don't see us losing here, to be
I
honest.
don't know. There's still some stuff left.
Nah, this is a win. This is a win.
If you say so.
Red Haze here?
So would we ever get a better Red Haze? Unlikely, right?
Yeah. This just
That's
seems
just-
like the safe line.
Yeah,
Just kill this one, right? Or it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Doesn't make a difference. Because like now he also has to wonder, do we have bombs in hand? Damage on Maddox?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're already ahead here, and we're jamming like loads of points.
Yeah. Any preferences for Vigo into Mentor? Mentor first?
Mentor first. You gotta hit him with the finisher.
Surprise value. Yeah.
I would have thought that like Vigo is gonna be such a powerhouse. Because this card has not seen changes in like forever, right? You BMer.
I need a Ceres. Just need to not click this Maddox and we actually tie.
Yes.
Alright. The power of double Maddox strikes again. Oh, it was demo.
Oh, the market. Oh, that's funny.
Alright, almost back on peak. Are you up one more?
Sure thing.
Awesome. Alright.
Okay.
Did
Dead
I-
Eye Ambush.
So should we be happy about that matchup or not?
Oh, they have a heat wave, right? That's already not the best, but this is okay matchup, I think. Definitely want to get rid of the red Hazians.
Okay, you don't want to keep it around one because it's more solid to find value here compared to later on, or?
I mean, you can keep it. It's a bit cheesy because we already have all the bombs in hand, and kind of want to use it. I mean, you can keep it in mulligan if you feel like we're gonna high roll it.
Okay. Another bomb here, or do we want to risk it? We can take one more mole, right?
I think we can. Yeah, we should take one more mole. And on a bomb, I think is better here because we want to find the key cards.
Okay.
Didn't break, so that's nice. Second mentor is fine.
So do we ever like start with the Warrior combo here, or?
Well, the problem is, so our Roderick has, if we would pull the Warrior, our Roderick has 4 targets, I think, in deck. Assuming the Knickers jumps out. That's correct. Can we see the deck again real quick? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if the Knickers jumps out. Locations in
But we
there
have
too.
Gwent, right? Gwent for guarantee.
It's just a question, like, we want our left Maddox. Like, we absolutely 100% we want this lethal.
Right. I see what you're saying. So we just start Cynthia, maybe?
I think we just start Cynthia. Like,
Yeah.
another line here, we start with the Alchemist. If we say we're likely to not go for Warrior this round.
Yeah, because
we
we
don't
can't
want to
do
play
it. Yeah.
it now anymore. But it's a little bit of a gamble. It depends on if he waves us or not. And I think this just makes sense. And he just discards. And we faked him into thinking we're cloggers.
But is that actually?
That's good for us. That's good for us.
Do we debomb ourselves?
What did he discard?
Pyro?
Pyro attack. I mean...
Like, if he thinks we're cloggers, he probably won't just heatwave our Maddox. He will save it for the Colgrim.
After we debomb our own Sarah...
Yeah.
Or Cynthia,
You'll never see it coming, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the alternative is to just drop a Viper Witcher.
Or we could also just drop the Warrior too, if we wanted to go
We
down
can
that
do it,
road.
but then we can't copy, right? Oh. I mean, okay, let's just go for it. Should we?
I think I would go Warrior too. Because, like, now we have the tempo freedom for sure. Like, cut the card already. We could still high roll, try to high roll the Roderick.
Okay.
It's so nice.
So he has to go Nairo into it now, otherwise it's gone.
Exactly, and that's the nice thing. Like, we force him playing into it, basically, into our bombs and what we want to do. Like, if he didn't draw them, he didn't draw the Nairo, so we just take it.
Guess we just keep row stacking in front at this point.
Just do this, take it.
So they're the same to us, aren't they?
Pure. Anything better?
Banish.
Probably better to keep.
Actually, we don't want to give him Banish, right? Banish is terrible. We want to give him Purify.
Oh yeah, we want to give him for sure.
Could have went all wrong.
I'm really not on my height anymore. It's fine. I mean, if he discards here, like, don't we just tempo pass him?
Yeah, I think so.
A line? Maybe. I'm not sure if we have enough points in round 3, to be honest.
I mean, there's no scenario anymore, right? Like 28.
I mean, he's still gonna have like all the. I'm not like, it depends a bit on if he's ending or not. What did he discard? There was a Sword Master, Pyro.
Yeah.
And this card on the left, the officer, kind of indicates like non.
Yeah, I agree.
And the thing is, like, if we draw our Lethal or our Maddock, we can just get the carryover combo in round 2 if he dry passes us. So I think it's just it's just a pass.
It's a pass? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
He has to commit here. I haven't had this kind of situation, so this is a bit strange.
I'm glad we're testing on my MMR. That's great.
Of course. I mean, you won the last one, right?
yeah, it's fine.
But this is hard for him. 29 points in 3? Like, he's gonna have to force the Aileron. See, like, a Vernocio.
Yeah.
Like, this is expensive. He plays Call. Is this maybe a Devotion deck?
Okay, that's a Verno gone. So Verno gone and location scenario gone. Like, that's a lot of swarm potential. Yeah. And leader gone, obviously, because we're playing lockdown.
What's also really nice is we're gonna be able to, like, as soon as we tutor card with him, maybe a Nero or something else, we can put the Verno back on top of his deck and run 12-point Mentos.
Really nice combo, yeah. We just need to make sure I guess with Call that he's probably not running on Iroh. Like, what do we?
We should wait before we do it.
wouldn't look great. Is he just figuring out that he can't do the points now, or what? It's like.
I think maybe it's the.
Like, I guess if he manages to. So he gets the Elrin out, right, and then he'll do the points.
Yeah, okay, he plays the Yev and gets the Elrin. Wait.
No, that's a tie. No. What doing?
Oh no. Oh no.
So, down a card, lost Verno Elrin location. We should be good here, right?
I think we should be doing just fine.
I'd be very sad if we lost this one.
He has the Gazrus, right? We need to keep the heat wave for the Gazrus and then spot.
So this could be a dry pass card, maybe.
I think we mulligan the Viper Witcher, maybe.
So now we could try to find Maddock with the Roderick, but we can miss. At least take one.
Also, like, if we don't want to dry pass with the scenario, we can play a Mentor and try to high roll anything that's not a 4, use a bomb on it, play the lesser. Could do this. But the Mentor is kind of a value card still.
Yeah. Do we take, like, Mulligan Red Haze here?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. He's not bleeding.
It's not bleeding.
So, okay, what if we, like... We can drop scenario just because we want to get rid of it, right? Don't want it, like, in our deck anymore.
I mean...
But then we...
So...
Yeah, go on.
That would mean we do not get this Lesso carryover. And we do not get the thin... We do not get to thin out our Maddock.
So, but what if we go like scenario, and then we also just go Roderick, and then we try to find Maddock. If we miss, we take location, and then we just take like a Alchemist.
Okay. okay. I mean, the location is worth a ton of points, right?
It's the same as a mentor, though, right? We can just save the ability and use it too. I'll just drop this for now because it's just installing
Drop the
play.
pointers, yeah. I mean, the location is just an additional mentor in, like that's.
Yeah, so that's another mentor, right? So the question is, do we want to risk that 66% to get this?
Let's just do it, man. Like
Yeah, let's
this
do it.
game. Yeah, we need some highlight content here.
Yeah, easy clap, right? Let's go.
Like there's probably 1 or 2 units that are okay-ish left of targets on his board in round 3, but it's
Like a sword master.
a sword master maybe plays random
Pyro.
Sure. The Gazras is definitely a
Oh,
target.
the Gazras, actually. But you just heatwave that, right?
Yeah, and we don't have many units to benefit off of it, so.
Oh, these two, I think it's
Well,
that.
the location. Location.
What do we do in the, like, how do we open this round, though?
We could just play location, right? That's pretty okay. We could also look for a Viper Witcher, try to drop that Viper Witcher.
Do we mull what coded weapons here? Try to find a
we can coded weapons against Res.
But we have heatwave for that anyway, right?
True. I guess he only has 1 banishment anyway. Bombs will all play above value. It's like if he plays Sentry, but I guess he doesn't.
I don't think is this just our proactive play here?
Yeah, you can keep his hand. It's fine.
Yeah.
Better to play this proactive than the mentor.
Yeah. And I guess we just like back row, right?
Yeah, you can also, like another thing, play proactive. Occasion.
You broke up a little bit.
I'm sorry. You can play location into the engine.
But that's only good if he doesn't run rebukes, right? Because it's kind of our only engine.
Yes. But to be fair, like, if you play Dead Viper Witcher and like, oh, he doesn't have proactive plays, and rebukes it anyway, then...
Yeah, but then we could do it afterwards, maybe. Isn't that better then?
True. I mean, sure, just go for the Viper Witcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it!
Oh no. What a sad end.
So guys, this is like a super nice strategy you can...
You gotta be kidding! We got him last time too, when we were making...
That's actually pretty hilarious. Farming all the Germans.
Oh no. Like one thing I will say, if you guys want to try to stack out, it's sometimes like it's always better to win round, then you don't get these scenarios where you're struggling for proactive plays. Like this deck is a bit of a jank deck. Like it can struggle for proactive plays. If your Maddock gets Heatwave, it can be a bit like but if it works, it's really fun to play, and it's not actually a bad deck.
Yeah, for sure. I also felt like I think one of the only games I lost with the deck was when my opponent did actually go for the Heatwave line on my Maddock. Ended up with this dead Kingslayer, and everything just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
But when it works, it's super fun, super satisfying to play with. All right, thanks so much for joining us today, Gravesh. It was a pleasure having you as always.
Yeah, it was really nice. Funny.
All right, see you guys.